Way, hey, good morning there, Facebook friends and family. Another one of my little rants here today. First one I've made in a long time here. The only reason I'm making this because I'm just a wee bit pissed off about all this crap that's going on. First off, Democrats are all upset with Trump firing Comey. You know, that's hysterical to me. And the ones who are upset are the ones who were calling for his resignation and stuff, and now they're saying that Trump shouldn't have fired him. It was, I know, to distract from the Russian Trump collusion investigation that the FBI is doing, and guess what? The FBI is going to continue to investigate, but so far they have found absolutely nothing to tie Trump to Russia. And I've noticed that our girl Hillary's back in the news again. Poor pathetic thing, I feel sorry for her, I really do. She can't admit the fact that she's got the personality of a mud fence and the leadership ability of a fucking drill bit. She can't admit that fact, so what'd she do? She decides the day after she lost the election to come up with some excuse that would be plausible to explain why she lost the election. And she starts out with blaming Comey. And then it becomes the Russians. Yeah, that's it. The Russians did it. The Russians had everything in the world to do with her losing the election. Excuse me, folks. That is about the stupidest thing I've ever heard anybody say. I mean, seriously. And now we've got every damn Democrat practically on the bandwagon, jumping up and down, going, oh yeah, the Russians did it, the Russians did it, the Russians interfered with our elections. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. And I'm going to be honest with you as to why. They did not interfere in our elections because they wanted, trust me, they wanted Hillary to win because they knew what Hillary was going to do. They had figured out Hillary. Everybody in the world had figured out Hillary, and that's why a lot of these countries wanted Hillary to be in office because she was going to just sell out the United States, confiscate all the weapons and stuff, and then it would have been easy pickings for any country to walk in, take over. I'm not stupid. Anybody with an ounce of brains could have figured that out. I mean, Jesus, it's not rocket science, folks. Okay, that's enough on the Hillary and the Russian crap. They got no proof, so shut up about it. Democrats. You were crying and stuff back in July and stuff when Comey shot everybody in the foot by saying that there was no reason to prosecute. He wasn't going to recommend charges and stuff by Hillary. Well, that's fine and dandy, but we all know that hell, anybody with a half a year law degree or half of the first year in law school could have told you that they had more than enough to prosecute Hillary on if you just read the statutes. If you just read the statutes, they had more than enough to prosecute her on and could have put her ass away for a long time. But no, they didn't do that. That's alright, that's fine, nobody cares, I don't anymore, it's water under the bridge because I know they're never going to ever do anything about it. And now, on to a little more upgraded stuff. It appears that President Trump had a meeting with somebody in Russia, the Russian ambassador or representative, I don't know what he is. And he gave some information to the Russians so that they would know what's going on with the ISIS insurgency over in Syria. The intelligence that we had on it. And gave some of it to them. Well, if anybody in their right mind had an ounce of brains and bothered to even read the rules and regulations, Democrats would know that what he gave to the Russians was perfectly legal and perfectly okay. He broke no laws. You can't impeach him for it, so shut the hell up. I am so tired of every time this man does something, you guys start bitching, moaning, belly aching, and screaming impeachment. I'm so tired of hearing it. It's bullshit. If you don't know what the hell you're talking about, and you're and some of you assholes over there in goddamn Washington D.C., like you, Chucky Schumer, have been in goddamn office for 40 fucking years. You ought to know what's going on. If you haven't figured it out and don't know the rules and regulations by now, it's time for you to get the hell out of Dodge. Maxine Waters, same thing for you. Nancy Pelosi, or whatever your Alzheimer's senile ass name is. You guys know the rules. You know the regulations. You've been there forever. But obviously, it seems to be that if it's a Republican that's in office and somebody who is not a politician, who can't be bought, and that's your guys' biggest problem with Donald Trump. You can't buy him. You can't buy him off with favors. You can't buy him off with money. That bothers you because he's not playing by the same set of rules you guys are anymore. And why should he? The man made his money. The man wants to look out for our country. Something that you have not done in years and years and years. And I'm tired of it. This country's got to get back on track. Now, here's another thing I got to bring up. We've got educators, professors, teachers in school who are so anti-Trump. And here's my problem with that. We hired you, and you got hired in these colleges, and you got hired in these high schools and stuff to educate our children. That means you teach them how to think on their own, how to form their own opinions. Now, quote, I said own opinions. That means theirs, not your opinion. Nobody gives a rat's patootie about your opinion. You college professors saying, oh, well, we need to massacre white people because this, that, we need reparations, and we this, that, and the other damn thing. And you know what? I'm tired of hearing it. Excuse me, slavery was 200 and some odd years ago. Get over it. Get over it. Get over it. There isn't one person that was a slave still alive, so nobody cares anymore. All right? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of hearing about it. You teachers that bring your politics into the classrooms, you professors and teachers that bring your politics into the classrooms, you need to go find someplace else to work. You need to quit. You need to resign right now. Go find someplace else to work where your politics is accepted at your workplace. It's not accepted in my schools and in my colleges. Because I don't care about what your politics are. I don't care if you're a Republican. I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you're a goddamn moon worshiper. I don't care. Keep it to yourself. Don't bring it in my classroom. Because you know what? If I was a student here, and you brought that shit into my classroom, I'd get up out of my desk, where I was seated, walk down, and punch you right in your mouth. Especially as a college student. Because I don't want to hear your shit. I'm here to learn what the class is about. What your opinions are on it. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody cares. Shut up. Teach the class. I will form my own opinions. And these college kids, these millennials that are self-entitled, they got participation trophies and stuff like that when they were growing up. I'm sorry. You're not going to get a participation trophy when you get out of college and you get a job. Matter of fact, half of you are not going to get a job because you're getting degrees that do not apply to the real world. So get over it. Alright, moving on again. There was something else today that I seen. It just aggravated me to no end. I was just, oh my God. I'm going, you people got, seriously. Oh yeah, I know what it was. And this is a couple of days old. And evidently I'm just catching it. It's probably been on for a few days. But I'm just catching it. The Washington Post and the New York Times and shit are having goddamn conniption fits because they had ice cream at the White House. President Trump got 2 scoops and everybody else got 1. Yeah, and your point? He's the president. He's entitled to have as many scoops as he wants. And the rest of you are entitled to have as many scoops as he wants to give you. If he only wanted to give you 1 scoop, that's it. Get over yourself. It's not a federal law. It's not a federal case. Oh, and you idiots still harping on his income taxes. Time for you to shut up, go back, look at the rules and regulations, and show everybody in the goddamn United States where it says he has to release his income taxes for public scrutiny. He has to release his income tax returns for public scrutiny. You will find it nowhere. I don't know where this came from, when this even started, but it needs to stop. Because I look at it this way. You want to play those games? Okay, fine. We will go through Congress and we will make it a law that you have to put your income taxes out there for public scrutiny, your returns. But here's the caveat that I want to see put on it. Every swinging one of you Democrats, Republicans, senators and congressmen that are bitching, moaning, and bellyaching about not seeing his tax returns, we want yours all released. Every damn one of them. We want to know where your money's coming from. We want to know how some of you that have been in Congress for 5, 6, 8, 9 years are all of a sudden multi-millionaires. Multi-goddamn millionaires. How in the hell does that happen? I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Obviously, that will never happen. And I keep seeing people say, well, we need to have term limits. Well, I'm going to tell you something, folks. That's never going to happen until you have a states convention. You have to have 35 states to have a states convention in which you pass constitutional amendments that go before Congress, and being the states convention passed it, it will automatically be passed by a House and Senate and become law. If you want term limits on these fools, because you know damn well they're not going to put term limits on themselves. They're not going to do it. You know damn well they're not. So if you want term limits so bad, shut up, get all the states together, and have a states convention. And you pass the bills that you want passed to fix the Constitution for Congress and stuff like this. Okay, that's fine. I got no heartache with that. Until you decide to do that, shut the hell up. Oh, one thing that really, really irritates me is California and a couple other states are deciding that they want to become sanctuary states. Well, that's fine and dandy. You become your sanctuary states and you will get not dime one of federal money. Not dime one. Not dime one. When are you fools going to get this through your goddamn head? You're not going to get a dime of federal money until you comply with federal law. States cannot make a law that conflicts with federal law. They cannot do that. Jerry Brown is bankrupting California. He has got his little cronies there in Sacramento to pass the highest gas tax that California has ever seen. 42 cents on the gallon. Now, gas was expensive here in San Francisco as it was. It was anywhere from $2.85 to $3 something. Now it is $3. Oh crap! I can't remember. I just filled up the other day and I can't remember what it was. Almost $4 a goddamn gallon here in San Francisco. Almost $4 a gallon. That is stupid. They slipped in another tax on cigarettes and stuff, and now cigarettes went from $8 and something a pack to almost $11 a pack. Well, it's all right. I don't smoke anymore anyway because of my lung surgery. I gave up cigarettes, so I don't really care. But the point is that they sneak these little taxes in. They passed the $15 an hour minimum wage bill here in this state, and I have watched all these little mom and pop stores that have been here and been the hub of a lot of the stuff in San Francisco closing up because they can't afford $15 an hour minimum wage for workers. They can't afford it. McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, they're all contemplating, and a lot of them have in different places, put in automated order taking machines, doing away with people standing in front of you taking your order. You place your order, you walk up, there'll be one or two people in the back prepping your order, and they'll hand it out to you, and that'll be it. There'll be one or two people working in these fast food restaurants because it's cheaper to have these robots in there taking the orders and stuff than to have 5 or 6 or 8 people in there working. You'll have 2-3 people working, and they'll rotate through going out to clean tables up and sweep up and stuff, and that'll be it. You guys just, you're not getting it. Your greed is not getting it. When you increase wages, the cost of everything else goes up exponentially. So quit shooting yourselves in the foot. This is exactly what you guys are doing with your greed. You're shooting yourselves in the foot. You want to get things back to where people can afford stuff, you need to force prices down, not force prices up. God, ignorance in this country. I've never seen the beat. I've never seen a bunch of more ignorant people in my life. Well, everything costs more. Only because you let it cost more. Only because you're stupid. Only because you have mismanaged money. These companies mismanage money. Individuals mismanage money. Washington, D.C. mismanages money. I'm sorry. It's time for this shit to stop. Well, that's my little angry vet rant today, folks. So you all have a good one. Take care. God bless. And until next time, keep it easy out.